I am not going to waste your time. You're watching this video because you want recommendations for a free VPN that successfully unblocks different Netflix libraries around the world. You don't want to pay any money, you don't want a super strict data cap, and you want something that is safe and reliable, right? Well, I'm here to give you exactly that. We're going to look at just the 2 entirely free VPNs that meet those criteria. And yes, there really are only 2. And at the end, I'll also throw in a premium option that works even better, alongside some tips on how you can use it for free, or at least for a little bit. We're going to go over how to get the VPN set up, which libraries you can watch, and the various traps you need to watch out for. I'm Callum for Top 10 VPN, and you've got some Netflix to watch, so let's get started. The best free VPN for unblocking Netflix US is Provado VPN Free. Our testing has found that it reliably unblocks 2 of the biggest and best libraries out there, Netflix US and Netflix UK. That means that with it, no matter where you are in the world, you can quickly and easily access the hundreds of titles unique to those 2 libraries with just your regular existing Netflix subscription. In fact, it's the only safe and free VPN that can unblock Netflix US on desktop. Seriously. In our experience, speeds with Provado VPN Free are fast enough for Full HD and 4K streaming, although on mobile we did find that there was the occasional bit of annoying buffering. The big drawback with Provado's VPN's free plan is its monthly data cap. It's 10 gigabytes, and to set expectations, that's actually reasonably generous for a free VPN. So around about the average allowance, although there are plenty of VPNs that offer far less. To put it in real human Netflix terms, that 10 gigabytes will get you about 3.5 hours of streaming if you're using Full HD, or a little under an hour and a half if you're watching in 4K. Provado VPN Free actually provides servers in 11 different countries, including some more uncommon options like Brazil and India. However, before you get any ideas, in our testing, we've consistently found that it won't work with Netflix on those servers. It's just the UK and the US that it can unblock. The final big upside with Provado VPN over a lot of free VPNs is that it's compatible on a whole range of platforms. That means you're not just confined to streaming on your tiny little smartphone screen. You can set it up on your laptop or your desktop computer, or even on your favorite streaming device, allowing you to watch Netflix on the big screen just as you normally would. Oh, and it should go without saying, if you've ever watched any of our other videos or read any pages on our website, that Provado VPN is, of course, 100% safe and secure. That goes for the free version as well as the paid version. We wouldn't recommend any VPN that wasn't, even if all you care about is Netflix. To watch Netflix with Provado VPN Free, all you need to do is connect to a server, either US or UK, then open up Netflix, start watching. You should notice that content not normally available to you is now there to be watched. There's no other steps needed. The best VPN for international Netflix libraries is Windscribe Free. The paid version of Windscribe is a sensational streaming VPN, particularly when it comes to Netflix, but we're delighted to say that its free version has also retained some of that magic. In recent tests, we've confirmed that Windscribe Free is able to unblock a whole 6 different Netflix libraries from around the world. They are France, Germany, Romania, Switzerland, Turkey, and the United Kingdom. That's a pretty broad and diverse selection, and better than we've seen from a great deal of VPNs that actually cost money. Now, of course, the big name missing from that list is Netflix US. Windscribe Free actually used to unblock it really reliably, but things can change quickly in the world of VPNs, and our latest tests have found that that's no longer the case. Of course, all this is only true at the time of us recording this video, so be sure to check out our dedicated guide for the latest test results. I'll put the link below. So if you don't mind not being able to access Netflix US, then the biggest downside to Windscribe Free is actually the same as Provado. It's data cap. It's the exact same amount, 10 gigabytes per month, and will get you the same amount of watch time as Provado VPN Free does. Also, like Provado VPN Free, Windscribe Free is more than fast enough to stream Netflix in buffer-free 4K and Full HD. If you were curious, Netflix itself recommends download speeds of at least 25 megabits per second to sustain smooth 4K viewing, so no worries there. You can also install Windscribe Free on every device that you watch Netflix on, including streaming sticks and TV boxes. It differs from Provado VPN a little in that historically we've been fairly critical of Windscribe, both its paid and free versions, for it being based in the privacy-unfriendly Canada, but this is still a reputable and safe VPN that you should use without too much worry. To unblock Netflix with Windscribe Free, then simply connect to one of the working server regions we mentioned. There's no special streaming optimized servers or anything like that you need to worry about, and then either log into or refresh Netflix. Have a look for something region exclusive, and begin watching. Honestly, and disappointingly, those really are the only 2 free VPNs that we recommend for use with Netflix out of the 25 that we've reviewed. Every single other option is either unsafe or simply can't unblock Netflix. But What about a paid option? No, wait, no, don't click off the video. I know you're here for free options and we've already gone over them, but what if I told you that you could get the single best premium VPN for Netflix for free? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it sort of is. You can't have it to keep for free forever, but there are some tricks that let you use it for a little while. The VPN I'm talking about is ExpressVPN. In addition to being an all-round champion of a VPN, it reliably unblocks an absolute ton of Netflix libraries. 18 at the time of filming this video, but don't hold me to that. We test regularly and that number is always subject to change. However, what I can promise is that Netflix UK and US will be among the libraries that it does work with, alongside a host of other exciting, more exotic options. And being a premium VPN, it also comes without any bandwidth restrictions. You could leave it running all night as you fall asleep watching the Netflix preview menu looping over and over. We've all been there. The way you can get access to ExpressVPN for free is very simple. It offers a free 7-day trial on mobile, that's both iOS and Android, and it has a no-hassle 30-day money-back guarantee on desktop. Taking advantage of those offers is simple, but if you're skeptical or want some guidance, we've made a full video all about how to get ExpressVPN for free that you can find via the link in the description. I follow all of the steps myself, including paying for a year of ExpressVPN upfront with my own money and getting a refund. You can't say fairer than that. Free VPNs are imperfect at the best of times, but Netflix is something in particular they really do a lot worse than paid-for VPNs. We've done all of the testing and hard work so that you don't have to. Please, don't waste your time with dangerous or ineffective free VPNs when you can just use one of our recommendations. Or, even better, sign up for a premium VPN and never worry about it again. Thanks for sticking around, but you can go and watch Netflix now. There's nothing else to say. If you found this advice useful, then it's always appreciated if you like and subscribe and ring the bell. And if you found any other free VPNs that work with Netflix, then please do let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.